Hey guys, what's up? We are back with another video today, and today we are doing my Jacksonville Jaguars mock draft. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, guys. I am closing in on 1,000 subscribers, and right now only 7% of you guys are subscribed. So hit that subscribe button. It's completely 100% free. Like this video if you enjoy it down below. Comment your thoughts and opinions down below. As always, let me know what picks you like, what picks you don't like. So also make sure that you check out the website down below. I will post articles of mock drafts, my top 100 board, and my first round mock draft, in which I compete with the likes of Mel Kiper and Todd McShay and all sorts of big names out there in draft media. I compete with all of them. So make sure that you check out the website as well, and check out the podcast as well as my secondary channel, College Football Roundup. So make sure you hit that subscribe button to that channel as well. So let's get started with today's video. So with pick number 24, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars selecting Dalton Kincaid, the tight end out of Utah. So I think that one of the things that was missing from this Jacksonville Jaguars team, don't get me wrong, Evan Ingram is a good tight end, but I think that Dalton Kincaid is a lot better, and Ingram is not going to be there for very long. So I think that it is important to be able to look at the long-term solutions for a position like tight end. And Dalton Kincaid, he's not going to be the best blocker in the world. Don't get me wrong. He's not a great blocker. But what he is a great pass catcher. He has great pass catching ability. I personally like him a little bit better than Luke Musgrave, the tight end out of Oregon State, just because I think Dalton Kincaid does have a little bit more blocking skills. Like, he has at least some blocking skills, but I don't think Musgrave has any blocking skills whatsoever. So I think that Kincaid is a good pickup there. At pick number 56, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars selecting Jalen Duncan, the offensive tackle out of Maryland. So with the loss at offensive tackle this offseason, with the possible loss of Jawan Taylor, you could and need to kind of add a tackle. This is done before free agency. Free agency isn't for another couple of weeks. Actually, I think it is in 2 weeks from today. So it is definitely something where I think Duncan is important to be able to add depth to an offensive tackle position that, well, could lose some of their depth or could lose a starter. And I think Duncan, the biggest thing with him is that he is very up and down as a player. He does not, he goes from all pro level to barely a starter at all. So I think that he is definitely a player that he needs a little bit of development. He needs a little bit of time. And if, well, that means you want to sign a veteran for 1 year and do that, that works. I think that may be a good idea. So let's head into the third round, where I have the Jaguars selecting Kai Blue Kelly, the cornerback out of Stanford, who has really been impressive these past couple of weeks with the Combine and with the Senior Bowl. He has really started to shine and shoot up draft boards in particular. I think that both of them, I think really all three of them are really going to shoot up as this draft process goes on, because they are guys that are athletic, they have tools, they're really fast. Those are the type of things that I think will help them as they get better and better. So I think that Kai Blue Kelly, the biggest thing is that he didn't have the greatest production at Stanford, and he wasn't obviously like the greatest player ever. But I think that as a toolsy guy, I think that gives you the ability to be able to replace what you lost in the complete bust that was the Florida quarterback you guys picked. Oh, I completely forgot his name. Whoever remembers the Florida cornerback, I will pin your comment down below if you can remember, and if not, I'll remember as soon as I end this video and hit that. I'll pin the comment down below who the Florida cornerback was that you guys picked in the first round a couple of years ago. Oh man, I just can't remember his name. So going on to the next pick 121, I have the Jags selecting Byron Young, the edge rusher out of Tennessee. The biggest thing with this is edge rushing help is always a priority, always a need, always important to get. That is a position that you just can never have enough of. And I think that that's something that the Jags have some of it, but I think that it's important to have a lot more of it, like the Eagles had for most of the season until, well, they played in the Super Bowl. And part of the reason why they lost the Super Bowl was because they just couldn't get any pressure on Pat Mahomes. So I think that they do need to add to that pressure package that they have, which isn't bad in the first place. So couple picks later at pick 127, I have the Jags selecting A.T. Perry, the wide receiver out of Wake Forest. A really great offensive, or a really great wide receiver there. I think that he is actually one of the most underrated wide receivers in this draft class. Big fan of A.T. Perry personally. I think that he has the height, the length, and the ability to go up and jump and to get balls and stuff like that, be able to high point the ball. I think that that is important to be able to have in a wide receiver, and I think that A.T. Perry brings that to the table. So at pick number 185, as we continue to move along, I am taking Jared Clark, the interior defensive lineman out of Coastal Carolina. Clark is a guy that has really shown up in the past couple of years, has played well, and has done a good job at Coastal Carolina, getting a lot of production at a small school. Obviously, you're going to have a bit of a jump from a small school to a larger school, but really, in my personal opinion, I don't think that jump is as much as people make it out to be, in the sense that, oh, just because you're a group of five guy that you can't compete at the NFL. I just don't think that's right. I think that's wrong. I think that there are a lot of guys in the group of five level and high-powered FCS schools that can compete with NFL players, if not do better than some of their counterparts in the draft. So at pick number 202, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars selecting Ronnie Hickman, the safety out of Ohio State. Hickman was here, and I just thought he was a great value. I have him as a low 4th round pick to a high 5th round pick. Got him in the 6th round, so really happy about the value that I got about Hickman. And I think that Ronnie, he brings a versatility to the secondary that the Jacksonville Jaguars could use as a third safety or even as a second safety. I think that that could be important in developing a defense that could win a Super Bowl in the next couple of years. So at pick number 208, I have the Jaguars selecting Rajon Wright, the cornerback out of Oregon State. I'll be honest, I don't know as much about him as some of the other players on this list, but what I do know, when I watched some Oregon State games, he did flash, and he made some good plays, he was tackling, really did a good job at getting a couple of PBUs when I was watching, because I watched a couple of Oregon State games this year, but with it being Pac-12 and like Pac-12 after dark when the games are on at 10, 11 o'clock at night, sometimes I'll turn one on, but generally no. So Wright definitely comes out of a program that has started to succeed in the past couple of years, and I think Wright does a good job with that. So at pick number 228, I have, with the final pick in this Jacksonville Jaguars mock draft, I have them selecting Isaiah Land, the linebacker out of Florida A&M. This is a player that just has traits galore. Absolute stud, just like absolutely jacked, absolutely has the ability to be a really strong player, has the ability to do a lot of great things in the NFL. In my personal opinion, I have him as a 4th round grade. I think that he is a lot higher than here in the 7th round. I think that a lot of people are missing out on a really, really good player. So that's going to wrap up today's video. Make sure the 2 videos down below. One will be a playlist of all of my videos, and then one will be YouTube suggesting it for you. Hit the subscribe button up here. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers as we march on towards there. And as always, have a great day. Bye.